Is a south-facing house auspicious? Should you build a south-facing house? When is a south-facing house considered auspicious or inauspicious according to your zodiac sign and Astrovastu principles? While constructing a south-facing house, what should you consider for the placement of rooms like the bedroom, toilet, kitchen, puja room, staircase, and lift? You will get answers to all these questions by the end of this lesson. Namaskar, I am Shobik Das, an Astrovastu trainer, consultant, and civil engineer. Now, what does a south-facing house mean? Let's first understand the concept of a south-facing house. If you use our Applied Vastu Compass available on the Google Play Store, you can determine the orientation of your plot. Open the app on your phone, stand at the center of the plot where you intend to build the house and face the direction where the main road or the main entrance will be. If the compass needle points to the south, indicating the road or main entrance direction, then your plot is south facing and your house will also be south facing. Importance of accurate direction in Vastu Shastra. Identifying the correct direction is crucial. The north direction is not always perfectly straight. It might tilt slightly towards the east or west. Many people mistakenly assume corners to be northeast corner, southeast corner, southwest corner, and northwest corner. However, such assumptions without proper direction determination are entirely incorrect. When a south-facing plot's north direction tilts towards the east or west by a certain angle, the corresponding corners are determined at a 45-degree angle from the main directions. Northeast lies at a 45-degree angle to the north, southeast lies at a 45-degree angle to the east, southwest lies at a 45-degree angle to the south, northwest lies at a 45-degree angle to the west. Is a south-facing house auspicious? The answer is yes. A south-facing house can be auspicious if planned according to Vastu Shastra and Astrovastu principles. The misconception that south-facing houses are inauspicious arises because the Dikpala of the south is Yama, the deity of death and justice. Some people believe that placing the main entrance on the south side invites death, but this is a misinterpretation. In fact, the south direction has auspicious padas for placing the main road. Auspicious padas in the south direction in classical Vastu text such as Vishwakarma Prakash, it is mentioned Nichatam Vithate Jayam Grihe Tishtati Santati. This means if the main door is placed on the Vithata Pada, one of the 8 padas of the south, it brings satisfaction and prosperity. References from classical text Matsya Purana, Yam Yam Cha Vithatam Chaiva Dakshineno Vidurubudaha. This states that the Vithata Pada is an auspicious placement for the main door in the south direction. Classical text Rajvallabh states Astangse cha nabangshake cha vithate toye jaindri hitam taram. It confirms that the Vithata Pada is favorable for placing the main entrance. According to Manusalaya Chandrika, another classical text of Vastu Shastra, the Grihakshat Pada in the south direction is also considered auspicious for the main door. The text states Bhallate Indra Grihakshatishvapya Mahadara. This implies that placing the main door on the Grihakshat Pada in a south-facing house brings prosperity. Classical text Samrangana Sutradhara states Karyam Grihakshatdaram Shatri Asho Shubhavaham. This verse highlights that placing the main entrance on the Grihakshat Pada in the south direction is auspicious. Brihad Samhita by Badhav Mira states Bhaksho Pano Shuto Briddhi. This suggests that a main door placed on the Grihakshat Pada enhances prosperity and brings blessing in the form of children. Ancient book Rajvallabh states Daryam Shauma Grihakshate cha Kushume Bhallatke Shashyate. It emphasizes that the Grihakshat Pada is an excellent position for the mentor, further reinforcing its auspiciousness. So, a south facing house is not inherently inauspicious. As we have seen from several classical Vastu texts, placing the main entrance on the Bithata or Grihakshat Padas in the south direction can actually make the house auspicious. Now, which zodiac signs benefit most from south facing houses? According to Vishwakarma Prakash, the verse states Vaisha Visho Mrigu Kanna Shudraha Sheshaha Prokritidaha Varna Krameno Purvadi Dakshine Pashchime Tadha. This indicates that south facing houses are especially favorable for individuals belonging to the following zodiac signs: Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And also in Astro Vastu, the south direction is governed by Mars. If Mars is well placed and auspicious is an individual's horoscope, a south facing house can bring prosperity, courage, and stability. However, if Mars is malefic or positioned unfavorably in the horoscope, a south facing house could bring challenges or negative outcomes for the individuals. Now, how the direction of the bedroom should be in a south facing house? When designing a south facing house, it is important to follow general Vastu Shastra guidelines for placing the bedroom. According to the Rajvallabh book, a classical Vastu text, the following directions are considered ideal for the placement of a bedroom. Classical text states
Pragdagda Shrivadik Shureshwar Dishi Jala Agniti Dhumita Shomya Bhashmuita Cha Bhaskara Vasat Pratyakam Prahorashtakena Shabita Dishaha Shanta Sarvashamihitam Cha Shakuna Ditto Bhayado Shubhaha.
This verse means that when we sleep, certain directions remain peaceful and harmonious, making them suitable for a bedroom. South, southwest, west, northwest. These directions are calm during the night, which makes them ideal for bedroom placement. Further insights from another classical text reference from Manushalaya Chandrika.
Yamme Atiti Prinanam Paschatye Dhano Sannidhapanamado Dyandam Vipareshwa Ba Shoshardhetu Tayostata Shaino Viddabhyas Shanadam Chare.
The verse highlights the guest room should be placed in the south direction. The wealth room should be placed in the west direction, and southwest and west southwest. These directions are suitable for bedrooms and study rooms. This means we saw in two classical texts written by Sage that bedrooms can be made in the south, southwest, west, and northwest directions. When setting up the bedroom, we must consider the individual's horoscope and Vastu principles to determine which direction is best for the bedroom. As we spend about 8 hours in the bedroom, for example, if there is a bedroom in the southwest direction of a south-facing house, which is governed by Rahu, and if the individual's horoscope shows Rahu in a negative or malefic position, then staying in the southwest bedroom will intensify Rahu influence on that person. Now let's find out which direction the kitchen should be placed in a south-facing house according to Vastu Shastra. Many of you might already know that according to Vastu Shastra, the kitchen should be placed in the southeast corner. Regarding the southeast corner, the verse from Vishwakarma Prakash states Agriyam Paka Shadanam, meaning the kitchen should be placed in the southeast corner. However, since your pot is south facing, placing the kitchen in the southeast corner make it appear at the front, which would be visually unappealing. Also, in some international projects, there are rules that the kitchen cannot be placed in the direction where the road faces. Therefore, in the case of a south-facing house, the kitchen cannot be placed in the southeast corner. In this case, the kitchen can be placed in another direction. If we look at more classical text, the verse from Raj Vallabh states Pushasritam Bhojana Mandirancha. This means that the Pusha Pada, which is located in the south of the southeast, can be used for the kitchen. This will be at the front in a south facing house. Let's also check more classical text from Vastu Shastra, which suggests where else the kitchen can be placed, excluding the southeast corner and south of southeast corner. Let's take a look. In this regard, the verse from Mansar takes states Shuryo Yam Madhye Pakashadanam. This means that the kitchen can be placed anywhere between the position of Shurya Pada and Yama Pada. If you look at the applied Vastu compass, the position of Shurya Pada is directly east and the position of Yama Pada is directly south. Therefore, from the verse, we understand that the kitchen can be placed anywhere between the east and south direction. That is, in a south-facing house, you can set up the kitchen in the east direction instead of placing it directly in the southeast corner at the front. Also, Vastu Shastra mentions that having a kitchen in the northwest corner is considered auspicious. In this regard, the Sanskrit verse in Vastu Shastra states Vayavyam Vachana Layaho Vayar Agni Karanatvat. That is, the kitchen can be placed in the northwest corner. Now let's find out in which direction the puja room should be placed in a south-facing house. Classical text like Vishwakarma Prakash states Ishanyam Devatageham. That means the puja room should be built in the northeast corner. Now let's find out which direction the staircase should be placed. Should it go clockwise or anti-clockwise? In this regard, the classical text Raj Vallabh states Bhumya Rohano Murdhastas Tadu Upari Pragadakshinam Shashyate. That means the staircase should always go clockwise. And since biological energy, moon streams and solar energy enter from the north, northeast and east directions, these directions should never be blocked by the staircase. Therefore, the staircase can be placed in the south or west direction. Now let's find out which direction the lift should be placed. I cannot give a reference from a lift in classical text because lifts did not exist in the time of sages. However, as I mentioned earlier, since biological energy, moon streams and solar energy enter from the north, northeast and east direction, these directions should never be blocked by the lift's concrete shaft. Therefore, the same rule applies for lifts as for staircases. You can build the lift in the south or west direction. Now, let's find out which direction toilet should be placed. Regarding the direction of the toilet in a south-facing house, classical text like Vishwakarma Prakash mention Yamme Nairituyor Madhye Purushattaga Mandiram. That means the toilet can be placed in the south of southwest corner, between the Yama and southwest corner. However, if the toilet is placed in the south of the southwest corner in a south-facing house, it will be at the front and might look unattractive. Therefore, apart from the south of the southwest, the toilet can also be placed in another direction. Regarding these, classical text like Vishwakarma Prakash states Pashchima Anil Yor Madhye Rodnartham Griham Spritam. That is, west of the northwest corner, which is a place of mourning. Since the west of northwest is not an important direction, the toilet can be placed there as well. For those watching this lesson on any other social media, I would like to inform you that Applied Vastu has launched a completely free Vastu course. You can take this course for free online from comfort of your home. So to join Applied Vastu's free course, click the link provided in the description and join now. That's all for today. See you in the next class. Namaskar.